Hello, welcome to Excel Highway, your one-stop shop for all your Excel needs. Today, I want to share with you the 9-box grid for talent management. This is a very common analysis that you can use to grade your team members. And in today's video, I'll show you how you can easily do this with a very simple method using a table and a chart, basically a pivot table and a chart connected to that. So the file has four different sheets. The dashboard, which is what you're seeing over here, where basically you can just use the slicers and you can see that the graph automatically changes, which is great. Both the size of the bubble, this is a bubble chart, and the quantity you see and the colors. So we have, let's say, you see the performance measurement between 1 to 3 and the potential between 1 to 3, and you can see basically that the green circles are the, let's say, good employees, the yellow are the middle range, and the red are the bad employees, or let's say underachievers. So when you build this in this method, then you can easily understand your position for a certain department, job level, location, or whatever kind of criteria that you want to fill out. So this is the dashboard, and it is connected to the bubble chart is connected here to this table. This table is connected to the pivot table. You cannot connect it directly. A bubble chart cannot be assigned to a pivot table. So I cannot add a chart. I cannot add a bubble chart. You see, this is why I had to create this side table. Basically, it has the performance potential and just pulling the information here from the pivot table with the get pivot. So this pivot table is connected to this table. So this is where you see basically the information. By the way, if you enjoyed this content, then I strongly recommend you subscribe, as I will be adding videos constantly, and check out the rest of my videos. So in this table, and it's actually a good idea to build this as a table, not just a combination of cells. Um, there's the name, the department, the job level, and location, and you will notice that these three are drop-down lists, and they are taken here from the parameters section. So I just have a name, like department, job level, and location, but of course these you can build this however you want with whatever kind of setup and ability to filter as you please. For each row, for each name, I'm having a performance and potential, and here I also used a data validation for a number between 1 to 3. I don't want someone to put 5 or 1.5, so I'm using that kind of data validation. Here the data validation is a list based on the name. And here it's just a simple index match of both performance and potential, which is what I built here. That table, these are known definitions for each combination. Low potential, low performance is a risk. Very high potential and performance is called a star. So these are the names. So here in the team sheet, why it's good to use a table, because you can also add slicers over here and you can filter. Okay, show me just the core players. Nice. Or show me just the people in the US, or just the DevOps people, or just the DevOps management people. You get the point. So it's very nice to use this to, instead of filtering here, it's the same result, but just very easy to do with slicers that you connect to a table. And if you're not sure how to do it, it's very simple. You go here, you see it's Table Tools, Design, Insert Slicer, and then you just select whatever you want. You can select, in advance. It already and it's going to just populate those three. And so this is where you build the data. The pivot table, once you refresh, is updated. This one will always be refreshed, this little table. You have the parameters where you set up the different definitions and the dashboard itself. So this is a very simple bubble chart, and here the slicers are connected to the pivot table here. Again, if you're not familiar, you click on the pivot table, analyze, insert slicer, select whatever you want, like location, and then I just Control X over here, Control V, and I just copy the slicers over here. So essentially they control the pivot table over here, which translates to this table, which translates to the chart. So just the last part to show you how the chart is built. So I'm go to insert. This is the chart. Sorry, insert chart. Okay. Then you have the select data. Okay, add. So series name, you can call it whatever you want. 9-box chart, for example, or grid, or whatever you want to call it. The X values. So in this case, this could be the performance, and the Y values, these will be the potential, and the bubble size, that's going to be the number of people. Okay, and there you have it. Now, as you noticed, automatically the access, you can keep it at this. So you see the 0.5, 1.5. I wanted to clean it up, so I went to Format Access, and I just had a maximum of 4 with a major of 1. Okay, I think that kind of cleans up the access. So again, maximum of 4, major of 1. Okay, the next part is to add the size. So add data labels and then format, and you see instead of Y I want the bubble size. So that's going to give me the bubble size and put it in the center position. And the last part is just change the colors. So I just selected each one of them and gave them a certain color. And okay, I also added the titles, right? Performance and potential, and eventually this is how it looks. So there you have it. 9-box grid, very easy to do. If you want this template, just leave a comment and I'll be happy to share it with you. Consider subscribing to the channel as I'm uploading content regularly, and leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Take care.